Hi, my name is Anna. I'm the director of Color Our Rainbow, and this is my story. I was a stay-at-home mom of 2 kids, and I knew that there was so much more I could do. I decided to get a part-time job cooking at a childcare center, then eventually started helping out in the office. One thing led to another, and I was offered a front desk position at one of our other sister centers. From there, I was offered a director position at another one of our centers in Canton. I lived in the area, so I put my children into Color Our Rainbow. I was amazed at the curriculum and all the friendly staff here. Years went by. As I talked to Miss Gina, she kept asking when I was coming to work for a quota. Finally, in 2012, I decided I'm going to ask Gina for a job and see what happens. I went in one day, asked her if they were hiring. She said absolutely, immediately said yes. And then the next thing you know, I put my 2-week notice into my other job of 12 years and I left. After that, I started working with the school-age kids, worked with school-age for 3 years. Absolutely loved working with the older kids. I worked a split shift. I came in the morning, I opened, and I closed at night. After a while, I was offered an office position, and then which was closing the building also. And then after that, the assistant director left, and I was offered the assistant director position under Gina. I made a lot of good friends on the way. Me and Gina got along great. I did have a lot of ups and downs in my life at the time. I had a child that was ADHD and was having a hard time in school. I would get calls constantly, but working the split shift really helped me out. I was able to go and do what I needed, have meetings with teachers, and get him some help. I also, a few years later, had my older son, who actually was having a lot of trouble. He was hanging out with the wrong crowd and started doing drugs. Ended up in rehab quite a few times. Even the one day I left the center in the morning, worked my morning shift, left, took him to rehab in Rogers, Ohio, and made it back by 2 o'clock to drive the bus. This shift, like I said, helped me out a lot. It was just a really hard time for me, but I made it through it, made it to work. With the support of my family and friends, I absolutely love my job, the staff here, all the kids here. Everything was going great then. Made it through this until 2017. I went to the doctor and I found out I had cancer, cervical cancer. I ended up having to have surgery and got back to work as soon as I was allowed, which was about 6 weeks, pushing the doctors if I could go back in 4 weeks. Everything was going great again. I felt better. We made it through COVID in 2020. It was a very scary time then. Everyone was wearing masks. We were out of work for 2 months. We all pushed through that. We came back to work in June of 2020, masks on. And then we found out that we were going to teach school online at the center. Ratios dropped and the rooms turned into classrooms K through 5. All while doing curbside pickup and drop off. This was an absolutely crazy time for us, but we also made it through. 2021, I felt a lump on my breast. I waited way longer than I should have. Finally, I made a doctor's appointment for a mammogram. Rated my mammogram, they took me back into a room, took some samples, and told me right then and there that I did have cancer. This was devastating news. I didn't know how I was going to tell my family or what I was going to do. You just think immediately that you're going to die. They did schedule me for surgery shortly after that. So that was June 8th. In August, they scheduled me for surgery after having tons of tests done, tons of doctor's appointments, thinking I would be back to work in 6 to 8 weeks. But with COVID still present, that wasn't the case. Brian and Jen actually didn't want me to come back to work that soon because I was so susceptible to getting sick. The doctor did have me start several rounds of chemo, several rounds of radiation. After that, my body rejected my implant, so I had to be put back in for surgery. Everything was going fine. And then months later, once again, my body rejected the second implant. The doctor thought it was best that I take the implant out, so I was scheduled for another surgery. So I get wheeled down into surgery. I'm terrified. Which most people are when they go into surgery. You go into this big white room. Once I get wheeled in there, I'm talking to the doctor and I hear, "Hi, Miss Anna." One of my old employees was standing there. She is the doctor's assistant. So I was totally embarrassed. And I'm like, what is she doing here? Come to find out, she is the one that actually is catheterizing me. So they immediately put a mask on me to knock me out. Woke up and that's all I could think about was, there she is. She's the one who did it. But I did make it through all this. I made it through that. Ended up in the meantime, while I was out, I had my gallbladder removed also. Finally got back to work in the spring, all with the help of Miss Carrie running this center. She was by my side every step of the way. She called me. She checked on me constantly. This was a horrible time for me. Chemo and radiation. I had a very rough time losing my hair. I had a lot of support with my family, my friends, my coworkers. Everyone was so supportive. It made my life a little bit easier. I was so excited to get back to work. All the staff was so welcoming. I'm 3 years in remission, and I'm doing great, all except for my legs helping a little bit. But I just want everybody to know that if you are going through something, don't wait like I did. Please make sure you make your appointments and go to your appointments. And I want to just thank Jen and Brian for everything they've done, the support, and Cora, Small Hands, Big Dreams, all the support they've given me. And Miss Carrie for being such a great friend and being there for me every step of the way. She helped me through everything, helped run the center while I was gone. And I just want to thank everybody for everything they did.
And we, as your Cora and Small Hands, Big Dreams family, on behalf of everyone who watches your story, want to take the moment to thank Anna for sharing her story. While her passion has been put into childcare for 25 years, it is clear that her heart is fully devoted to taking care of others no matter what. Her love shines so bright through it all. We absolutely admire your strength and endless dedication. So much respect and love for you, Miss Anna. May you continue to be a beautiful beacon, shining light to everyone around you.